Versatility. I asked Coach last week about the length and the athleticism you guys have. Do you feel like you have a chance to be one of the best defensive teams just because you can switch each position and just kind of be anywhere on the floor and kind of defend that way?
Not with just being the team we have. Every year we go out with Frank Martin team, we always looking to be the best defensive team either way it goes. But this year we're definitely looking to be the best defensive team.
When you look at the mix on this team, there's like a fountain of youth, and then there's some older guys now on this team. What do you think about the dynamic of this team and just kind of the identity that you guys will have?
We got some maturing dude. Like you said, we got some young guys, some older guys. But we just got to come together as a whole and help each other out. And once we do that, and once we get settled down and start taking things serious, we're gonna be tough to beat.
Last question for you: did you get a chance to see Chris Silva's preseason debut and also last night? And how inspiring is it to see him just kind of grind his way into the NBA?
That's something beautiful to see because Chris a hard worker. He's gonna work hard every day. He's gonna give all he got. So seeing him to see that what he loves to do, that's a blessing to him. And that's a blessing to us being his former teammates.
Some of his work ethic kind of dripped off on you guys.
Definitely rub off on you. You play with Chris Silva, his work ethic is definitely gonna rub off on you. No ifs and buts about it.
Appreciate it, man.
Sorry if you've already been asked this, but just generally speaking overall, how ready and how excited are you for this season?
I'm very excited for this season. I feel like we're going to have a big year this season. We're going to shock a lot of people this season, so I'm very ready.
For you personally, what did you work on your game?
I worked on putting on a couple extra pounds and working on coming off the screens and being able to shoot the three ball better.
Putting on extra pounds, does that help specifically with coming off the screens? Was that kind of the reason for that?
Part of not being able to manhandle to come off the screen, so I kind of toughened up a little bit on upper body, so that definitely helps.
You mentioned your jump shot. How much was that an emphasis over the summer? How much, I guess, practice went into that, and how much working on just your shot? You said mid-range and three-point. What went into that?
That's just something I had to do. Like watching last season, watching my last film, I noticed a lot of people used to kind of doubt my shot, play off me. So I didn't really get to be in certain plays because I couldn't really shoot the three that much. So I made sure that was one of my top priorities, working on my mid-range and my three-point ball.
Mid-range and three-point. So what went into that? Is that just a lot of repetition? Was there a change in the form of your shot, elbow placement, anything like that?
It was a little bit of both, a little bit of change in the form and then a lot of repetition. Because I was already the form was already, the arch and stuff was already there, so it really wasn't much you needed to change. So it was just really getting a lot of reps.
Was there anyone specific, Reggie Miller, Michael Redd, any videos, Steph Curry that you watched, or any player's form that you, I won't say stole, but took and tried to mimic?
I didn't take nobody's form. I just came here, they changed it, and I just kept with what I had.
So the new form, what is it? Where were you? And I guess if you want to get as technical as you can, what did you change in the release?
With the new form, I noticed I used to always shoot the ball in front of my face, over to the right. Now I just kind of pull over to the left and just kind of go forward straight up.
Okay. So last year you talked about not wanting to just be an athlete. How much over the off season was that kind of an emphasis of wanting to keep your athleticism and being that, I guess, slash type of player, but also, making your game an all-around game?
That was a big thing. For me, I wanted to show where I could do more than just dunk. So over the summer, that's all I really worked on. I kind of just forgot that I can dunk. I just feel sometimes I did not dunk in practice. And Frank used to be like, yo, you jump the highs on the team, go grab some rebounds. I used to remind myself, okay, I got you. But I used to try to focus on getting my shots up, getting the reps in practice. That's where it starts at in practice. So you get them in practice, and after practice, you get them up after practice. So I just kept on doing that.
You mentioned right there after practice. Take me through a Keyshawn Bryant workout. How many shots and where on the floor are you getting in, I guess, per day?
After practice, when I shoot after practice, soon as practice, I'll probably shoot 5 threes in each spot round, and I go mid-range and I do
That's
it again.
5 spots on the threes?
7.
7. Okay,
7.
so
But
all
5
around.
threes. Make 5 each spot, and then 7 spots. And I do the mid-range part, and I do it again. And I shoot my free throws, and then sometimes I come in again later on that night and give them the gun and do the same thing.
So 5 threes in 7 spots, and then the mid-range is also 7 spots? And then how many free throws do you have to make?
I don't even keep count how many free throws I make.
So gosh, that's got to be what, maybe 200 makes before you leave the gym?
Definitely. And I come back in sometimes later on that night.
So did you realize over the summer that the shots were going in faster and you were getting out of the gym maybe a little bit quicker because the makes are coming a lot faster?
Yeah, I was like, I'm leaving a little too early because I'm making my shots. I'm checking my time, I wasn't in here this long. So that's when I started out like my jump shot's definitely improving.
Yeah, you got time to do other things
I got
outside
time
of
to
the
do
court.
other things now.
So tell me about just your game, just off the court, maybe just with the guys, leadership wise. Are you growing off the court as a leader in any way?
That's definitely one of the things coaches always on all the older guys about, not just me, every older guy. It's about us being leaders to the younger guys. So that's definitely something we all trying to work on, stepping up when times we need, because we all got a voice and we all got to use it sometimes. So that's one big thing we all been working on.
Speaking of that leadership, transitioning, I guess, to AJ. What has AJ Lawson just brought to this team? Obviously, maybe the biggest jump ever you can take is from freshman to sophomore year. What kind of jump did you see him take?
I don't think I ever seen a young guy handle the type of pressure he's going through like any other young guy. Like he stayed composed. He know how to handle things. And he just keep his mind right.
How so?
He doesn't let certain things get to him. Like you obviously see he go through like social media and everything else, but he stays focused. He knows what he got to do. He gets his job done and carries on with the day.
You guys ever joke with him? Oh, first round pick. Everyone, mock drafts or a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll joke with him every now and then, but he don't really pay too much attention to stuff like that.
He mentioned getting better at his decision making with the ball. What have you seen him specifically? Frank talked a little bit about him getting better, making decisions, in the mid-range. What have you seen him get better at?
His three ball is definitely a whole lot better. And yeah, I haven't seen him make a better decision on his passes. We've been having control of the ball a little more so he can make better decisions with the ball. So he's definitely got a lot better with that.